Number 4 on my list, I gotta go with The Return of the Living Dead. The Return of the Living Dead. It came out in 1985. It was a comedy slash horror, and I can't put the zombies out of this. I gotta bring in some zombies. I'm a zombie lover, a big time zombie lover, a big time of Dawn of the Dead, the Night of the Living Dead, the original one from the black and white days. I love The Walking Dead. That show, for some reason, it went down. Like, I don't know what direction it went, but nobody not really talking about it no more. There's a lot of things that, too many seasons, maybe, I don't know. But The Walking Dead, I was a big fan of The Walking Dead show. And this one, man, I always remember the grimy dude coming out of the canister, the gooey dude, you know, talking about brains. The bull that was moving like he was popping. He bit the rock and roll ball in the head and asked for more brains. And it was it was funny. It's definitely not for kids. It got some nudity in there and some stuff like that. It's definitely for, I say, older teenagers and adults. People my age and up, if you ain't doing nothing, you can get The Walking Dead, Return of the Living Dead, pop yourself some popcorn and eat some snacks, whatever you like to eat. You know, drink whatever you want to drink, smoke whatever you want to smoke, and sit back and watch that. Return of the Living Dead. I watched it many times when I was little. Got it in my collection. I still watch it on rotation much as possible. One of my favorite zombie movies. This Bram Stoker DVD was definitely a classic. This is a classic movie for all movie collectors to have. Number 3, I had to go with, like I was talking about, my favorite werewolf movie of all time. I like to talk about one of my favorite vampire movies of all time. I got a few. Like, some of my favorites. Interview with a Vampire is definitely one. Like I just was talking about, Fright Night is definitely one. This one right here, Bram Stoker's Dracula, is definitely one of the best Draculas, man, point period. Directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Francis Ford Coppola directed this in 1992. It had a lot of popular actors in it. Gary Oldman. It had Keanu Reeves was in it. Anthony Hopkins was in it. He played Van Helsing, and it was definitely, Gary Oldman did his thing. Like, a lot of people might not even know that was him playing Dracula. Every character that Gary Oldman played, he always played a character like, is that Gary Oldman playing that character? He always played a bad guy, always played a good bad guy for some reason. He just had that ability to play them bad guys real good ever since the days of The Professional. You know, he played weird in the movie The Fifth Element too. He played this real weird bad guy in that. And a lot of other movies he played bad. And the Dracula, he fit the role real thoroughly. I think he played it real good. And this is on a side note to let everybody know too. Another good one to go and see is the Frankenstein movie with Robert De Niro. Because a lot of people don't know Robert De Niro played Frankenstein. A lot of people don't know that. And they used to him playing the mob movies, Goodfellas, Casinos, and The Irishman, and all these other gangster movies he did, Mean Streets, and all these other gangster movies that he did. But he actually played a monster of Frankenstein, you know, and it was a real good one. A real good actor who fit that role to the T also. But this Dracula, man, I really liked it. Like I said, it came out in '92. I like when Keanu Reeves came to the castle and he was seeing all this freaky stuff going on and stuff like that. It was crazy. And number 2, I gotta get into another vampires. I love vampire movies. You know, the vampires, they self, you know, being seductive and you know, and everything like that, but they have a cold heart, and they always try to seduce you and get you to do what you want until they got your soul. They bite you, turn you into one. You know, it's crazy how the vampire movies be. And Lost Boys is definitely for teenagers, adults only. It was made for teenagers, but it was made in 1987. You have Keith Sutherland was in this movie. That's when he was a young buck. You know, he was a young buck. He in his 20s, I think, like that. He was a little biker gang, and then they was all going around killing people. You know what I mean? I'm talking about vicious, man. He be a little child to see the real little to see the way they was killing people like that from certain scenes they was doing, and the way they was hanging upside down like bats, like they ain't never been shown before in cinema. You know, like hanging upside down like a human bat, like when the old Dracula movies and the old vampire movies, they had a little corny special effect. They turn around with the, you know, with their cape, and then they turn into a bat. It looked like it was hanging from construction paper that was flapping around the castle. And that was the special effects we had back then. The Lost Boys took it there, man. Dracula, Bram Stoker with Gary Oldman, it took it there. And this movie, man, all the people in town knew that those vampires existed, which was funny. Which is the grandfather, he knew all the time. That was the real funniest thing. The head vampire, you know, you ain't know that who he was at first. You know, he kind of come off, like I said, like he was innocent and seductive. He supposed to have been the nice guy. Everybody thought Keith Sutherland was the vampire, the head vampire. That's the way they made it seem. I love when they do that in movies. Yeah, Corey Haim in his movie, Corey Feldman, who was best friends in real life. They did some movies together. And Jason Patrick, real big actors right there. They was all in this movie, and they all of them played their part, man. I like. Inbound Hardwood story, a small short story about Pennerhead, how he became who he was, and about the box. It go a little, you know, about the box and everything. You open the box up, and then hell come for you. And to me, let's get into the movie before I tell you more about it. It came out in 1987. Started Doug Bradley. Doug Bradley started in the beginning the few series that they did. They did like 6 of them, I believe, 6 or 7 of them. Bradley wasn't in the later ones. They was doing some later ones. They was corny. I liked it like the first 4 series of them. Certain people only like the first 2. Certain people only like the first 3. I even like the one in space that they did, believe it or not. But later on, I think they brought them back. The latest one that they did, it was a straight to DVD, straight to video movie. It was kind of whack. I didn't really feel it. I thought they was gonna bring it that old style, whatever, bringing back the Hellraiser like you used to like it, or whatever like that. How it used to be wasn't the same, but they ain't had the same feel. But like I said, with the box, you just this ancient box, you open it up, you play with it, you bring hell. He had these demons with him. They was called Cenobites, and they taught you the worst way possible, man. The worst way possible. They stretch you out. They bring these chains to you. Open your skin and skin off. Your skin, all the skin off your body off, like face off, skin off. And that's what a Hellraiser do to you, man. Bring you torture in the worst way torture possible. I like everybody for tuning in to my episode of Let's Talk Movies, my top 10 horror movies. The next episode, I'm going to talk about my top 10 science fiction movies. But for right now, I want everybody to leave a comment below. I want everybody to give me your top 10 horror movies. And I want you to give a brother a like, you know what I'm saying? And tune in next time for Let's Talk Movies. Peace. I'm out.